So if you're 35 years old, currently in Australia and kind of on a student visa or on a temporary visa, please finish watching this video because I'm going to explain to you what are the ways that you can actually get permanent residency, what are the challenges, and what kind of things that you should pick. Hi, my name is Johnny. I'm a migration lawyer in Sydney and I post daily content TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube shorts to help migrants like you to get PR faster in Australia. Without further ado, let's get started. On the 1st of July 2024, the Department of Home Affairs actually changed the requirements for a 485 visa. Previously, whoever who are under 50 years old, they're eligible to apply. Of course, in addition to meeting the Australian study requirement, but now they have changed it. So you have to be under 36, or you can still apply during 35, but as long as you're under 36 and you're also going to meet the 485 graduate visa study requirement, which is basically extremely similar to the Australian study requirement, like 2-year course, have a skill assessment if you're going on the post-vocational education stream, or if you're going for the post-higher education stream, then of course you're going to have a degree or some other eligible courses that goes through that. Now, age is already a massive deciding factor now. So if you're 36 or above, then that means that you no longer have a graduate visa to fall back on, which gives you 18 months to 4 years or 5 years of work right. Now, there are very limited options for you to go for, but rest assured there are still ways, right? It's not the end of the world. Number one is training visa. Training visa allows you to stay in Australia for an additional 2 years with work right, full work right, but there's a downside. Number one, you need an employer to help you out. You need an employer to sponsor you on a training visa. Number two, I said 2 years is because I am assuming your training plan for the training visa is at least 2 years. But if the training plan is only for 3 months, good luck. Then you'll get a 3-month visa. And number three is the secondary applicant, you only get half work right. You don't get full work right like the 482 subsequent entry, you only get half for 407 training visa. Last but not least, for 407, you have an extended processing time right now because massive people, like a lot of people are currently applying for 407 training visa. So I would allow for 8 to 12 months time to get that through. We actually got some of our clients through within 6 months, but I wouldn't really rely on that. I would just go for 12 months to plan. But of course, if you're lodging it onshore in Australia, you would get a bridging visa A to continue your visa decision here onshore, or of course if you want to have the right to depart Australia while holding a bridging visa, then a bridging visa B, like needless to say, isn't it? Number two is to perhaps further study, because if you go for further study, then if you're on a student visa, then you can apply for another student visa. But if you want to get a 485 afterwards with your graduate visa afterwards, you need to go for a master degree in research or a PhD. If you have a master in research or PhD, fine, you'll get 485, because for those two qualifications, you can actually apply for 485 visas as long as you're under 50, like the old days. But of course, stop thinking about, oh yeah, I'm just doing a master research, so it'll be easy and then I can have full work right, including my secondary applicant. Forget about it, man, because Master of Research and PhD, they are extremely demanding workload. You don't want to keep failing it because your aim is to get 485 afterwards. So forget about, oh yeah, it's going to be easy, I'm using it, and then so that I keep my full-time job and I also do, Master of Research. Well, I'm not saying that you can't, but it's going to be really tough. And of course, if you hold certain passports, for example, Indian passport, then you get special treatments when it comes to 485 visas, and also Hong Kong SAR passport or British National Overseas Passport. If you hold it, you know what I'm saying. Now, apart from that, we have talked about getting another student visa. We talked about getting a 407. Also, of course, during this period of time, you can also rely on general skilled migration. However, you're basically tossing a coin. You definitely need professional help, so you're not claiming the wrong point. You definitely need to apply on time and also ensure that you meet your eligibility. Make sure you understand or well versed on the rules that in order to get nominated in your current state or some other state. And of course, if you're offshore, then make sure you follow the offshore residency rules and also offshore skill occupation list. So those are the things that you can consider. So that will be general skill migration. That will be 190, 491, 189, but we all know, God knows when they are going to invite again. So, it's better off like keep praying. Last but not least, other employer. So say you have an employer who's willing to help you out on the 407, but if you have at least 1 year full-time work experience and the work experience has been performing at the right skill level, also you hold the relevant qualifications. If you require a skill assessment, you hold that skill assessment, or if you require license, membership, etc. to carry out that work, you hold those, then yeah, perhaps consider the 482 visas as well. If you already have an employer who is willing to sponsor you. Having a 482 visas, you get a PR pathway, you'll be able to apply for permanent residency after 2 years. You don't have to stick with the same employer. So those will be the options that you can actually go for. So I hope I have made it very clear. It's going to be a shorter type of YouTube videos because I don't want to make it too long. It's a bit tiring to talk too long, but I hope it helps. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the subscribe, follow, and also share it with your friends. If you have any questions, feel free to email us and also leave a comment in the comment section. We'll try to get back to you. So this is the end of this episode. I'll see you in the next one. And together, let's get PR faster.